Tom Cruise, one of the icons of Hollywood cinema, has always lived in the spotlight of fame and glory, but few know the stories behind the curtain of Tom Cruise's family life. His life is like a long movie with dramatic plot twists and unique supporting characters, 3 children with completely different lives and destinies. Isabella and Connor, his 2 adopted children from his marriage to Nicole Kidman, have chosen to live a quiet life, away from the limelight and the noise of the media. Meanwhile, Suri, his biological daughter from his marriage to Katie Holmes, once considered the Hollywood princess, has chosen a completely separate path. Over the years, the distance between Tom Cruise and his 3 children seems to have grown wider. Tom Cruise's attention towards each child also clearly reflects their different choices and lifestyles. Isabella, with her love for the arts, has received support from him but not excessive attention. Connor, with his passion for music and sports, has been encouraged by his father to pursue his own passions. As for Suri, ever since her mother gained custody and took her away from Hollywood, she has led a completely separate life, distant from the embrace of her famous father. While Tom Cruise shows varying degrees of attention to each of his children, their lives create a diverse and complex picture of family emotions and personal choices. The journey of Isabella, Connor, and Suri growing up not only reflects the differences in their father's attention but also stands as a testament to each child's desire for freedom and independence in finding their own path. More than a decade is not a short period of time, especially when it is tied to a growing young woman and the emotional upheavals among family members. The life of Suri Cruise, the biological daughter of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, has flowed like a river, from a 10-year-old girl in awe to a young woman stepping into life. Suri's life away from her father has drawn much attention, but few realize that this goes deeper than the usual distance between a father and daughter. Suri grew up with memories of a father only through images in the press and on screen. When her mother, Katie Holmes, decided to separate from Tom Cruise, it was not just a divorce between 2 celebrities but also a rupture in the father-daughter relationship. Suri no longer met her father as before, no more conversations by the fireplace or family trips. Instead, she was surrounded by her mother and close friends, who helped her overcome the pain of separation. After the marriage between Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes ended in 2012, Suri Cruise's world changed in ways no one could have imagined. From a girl pampered like a princess, Suri gradually lost the spotlight of her childhood as she began living an ordinary life like other normal children, away from her father's embrace. The breakdown of her parents' marriage was not just a fierce wave that swept away Suri's childhood but also created an invisible gap that grew deeper over time between her and her famous father. For more than a decade, the only remnants of the relationship between Suri and Tom Cruise seemed to be the generous allowance he sent every month and the Cruise surname she carried. But life is ever-changing, and upon turning 18, Suri made a decision that shocked the media and followers of the Cruise family. She decided to change her surname from Cruise to Noel, her mother Katie Holmes' middle name. This seemingly simple act carried a powerful declaration, a statement of her identity and choice. Suri's decision to change her surname was not just a legal alteration but a profound message to the public and her father. This move, coupled with the undeniable distance over the years, sparked speculation that Suri no longer wants to be associated with her famous father. Many believe that in her journey to find herself and her independence, Suri is trying to escape the immense shadow of Tom Cruise and the constraints of the Cruise family's fame. Suri Noel's life now mirrors the transition from a noisy past to a quieter present, where she can choose and shape her future as she wishes. Suri's story is not just about a new name, it's about the journey of a young woman rising up, overcoming the limitations of her past to carve out her own path. Interestingly, Tom Cruise's behavior towards his 2 adopted children with his second wife, Nicole Kidman, is entirely different. With Suri, Tom has kept his distance, almost never meeting her for more than a decade. However, with his 2 adopted children, the actor has shown a lot of care and attention. Specifically, right after getting married, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman adopted 2 children when they were newborns, Isabella, born in 1992, and Connor, born in 1995. Despite being adopted, both children were deeply loved and cherished by the famous couple, especially since Nicole Kidman suffered 2 miscarriages. In 2001, the couple decided to divorce, and the 2 adopted children, Connor and Isabella, chose to stay with their father. Since the divorce, the adopted children have gradually become more distant from their adoptive mother. Additionally, Nicole Kidman's decision to move back to Australia after the divorce further widened the gap between them. At that time, both adopted children of the couple were being educated in a special school supported by the organization Tom Cruise was affiliated with. As a result, Connor and Isabella became increasingly distant from Nicole Kidman. People magazine once revealed, Connor and Isabella grew up in a special school. The 2 of them are devoted followers just like Tom. They have kept their distance from their adoptive mother. The relationship between the adopted children and Nicole Kidman became so strained that she said, "The children don't call me Mom. They call me Nicole. I was angry and scolded them for that." Despite this, Nicole Kidman affirmed her deep love for her children. In an interview in 2019, the actress stated, "Being a mother is a journey. There will be incredible highs and lows, whether you are a biological or adoptive mother. What children need is love. My duty as a mother is to always give unconditional love." However, both adopted children remain close only to their famous father. Connor and Isabella enjoyed a luxurious teenage life, occasionally appearing with their famous father and even being flown around by Tom Cruise in a helicopter. As they grew up and got married, Isabella completely ignored her adoptive mother, not even inviting Nicole Kidman to her wedding. Nonetheless, Isabella has denied rumors of estrangement and conflict with her adoptive mother. "Of course, we still talk to each other. They are my parents, and anyone who says otherwise is talking nonsense." She has also been seen interacting with Nicole Kidman's personal social media. In fact, at Isabella's wedding, not only was Nicole Kidman absent, but even the famous adoptive father, Tom Cruise, was also not present. However, there were reports that the actor generously covered the entire cost of his adopted daughter's wedding, so his absence was not due to a strained father-daughter relationship. At Connor's wedding, Nicole Kidman was also completely absent. A source told People magazine that Tom Cruise was behind this, imposing restrictions on the adopted children's closeness with Nicole. Tom was behind this. He called and instructed Connor to follow through. Connor idolizes everything his father does. Tom never even considered inviting Nicole to important events. Living a quiet life in a common profession, limiting public appearances. Although Isabella and Connor have obeyed their adoptive father from their teenage years through to their marriages, their current lives are quite simple and private, and they seem less close to Tom Cruise than before. Specifically, after marrying an IT specialist named Max Parker in 2015, Isabella has been living in the suburbs of London. In 2020, it was reported that Tom Cruise had offered to have his adopted daughter move to the US to live in a lavish mansion with a rent of $455,000 per month, but Isabella declined. Tom Cruise's adopted daughter did not become an actress but pursued her passion for painting. She frequently shares her artwork on her personal social media. Additionally, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman's adopted daughter has ventured into fashion design and works as an auditor for a branch of the organization with which Tom Cruise is involved. Isabella leads a rather private life and rarely appears in the media. As Tom Cruise's adopted son, Connor has received significant media attention and had the opportunity to break into the entertainment industry. He tried his hand at acting with roles in the films 7 Pounds, 2008, and Red Dawn, 2012. In addition, Connor has developed a career as a DJ and released his own music. However, like his sister, Connor has chosen a simple life and rarely appears with his famous adoptive father after he grew up. In reality, Connor is occasionally spotted attending football games with Tom Cruise. He has also married Silvia Zanchi, an Italian woman who works in Tom Cruise's organization, but Connor has chosen a different path for his own life. Despite their geographical and emotional distance, all three of Tom Cruise's children share one common trait: they have chosen to live lives distinct from the fame of their famous father. Suri's decision to change her surname, along with Isabella and Connor's privacy, all serve as evidence that they have grown up and carved out their own paths.